Getting started here. A lot of restarting of equipment and whatnot. Now that that's done, I'm gonna do some casting and then finish up this. Well, I don't know if I'll finish it, but I'm gonna work on this sword. Jesus Christ. So tired of these applications. Okay. So I'll work on this sword in a little while. I'm gonna do some casting. I'm gonna continue working on the anti-Eternia He-Man, which is this guy. Let's flip the video. It'll be like a variation of this. It's not going to be the exact thing. So I have these parts cast here. It's going to be this like smoky translucency on the parts. Well, that's the goal anyway. Then I'm going to do some more sculpting on this head I'm working on. So I've got a few things I'm going to try to do. First we'll glove up. What is going on? Why am I not online? It says I'm online. Can't tell anymore. Okay. Nice, it was just a glitch in the app. Let's see, so I need to do, so I've got the hands, so when everything's going to be black are the hands and the torso, the arms, legs, and the head. So I've got the arms done. Hey Dacitus. So I had a bunch of technical problems getting started, so which is frustrating. Alright, so I need what else do I need? So I'm gonna do the pelvis and the boots. Yeah, so I'm gonna do those next. So I gotta find those molds. I think this is the Y part mold. This also needs to be, okay, this is the Y part, so I'll have to do this. Yeah, I go over sometimes when I like start late. Actually, I should take this out of here, I don't know. I gotta repair this mold at some point. Find the other half of the pelvis. This is probably one of these two. Probably this one. Yeah, okay. Just then I'll locate the boots mold. Well, I don't know, I just put that back in there. I gotta spray it with mold release. This is probably boots. Or feet, rather. Shit. Oh, come on. Yeah, okay. And the head, I'm gonna try to leave the head be this one that I'm working on now. The sculpt. Okay, so I gotta set up some ventilation. Alright, so I've got gotta put on the respirator, so I gotta get that down. So I got a little graphic I made for that. Let's see. So there we go. And that was a little indicator. Alright, so okay. So I'm just going to dust these with mold release. I thought about it. I definitely could replace it with like a Krieg graphic or something. Okay. So I'll set these guys off to the side to dry. I'm going to use the same task resin. Hey, Sabertooth, how's it going? So how much do I need? Let's see, so the hands are like probably 10. Let's see, the boots 10, 15. Let's see, 10, 20. I'm gonna do 36. See how that works. Maybe I'll just do 40. Oh, nice. So we'll do 20 and 20. And then I gotta get a dump mold, so in case I got some extra, I can make something else. I've got one other one I'm looking for. Oh, it's like right in front of me. Alright, so these are just dump molds. Alright, so I gotta do a smaller one. Mix a little bit of dye into this. So I'm going to use a little bit of black and
I got this other red dye. I'm like kind of interested to try it. So it's just like a cheap dye from like Michaels or whatever, but I want to give it a try. Because the other stuff I have, the other red is like almost like a reddish, like raspberry plum kind of red. So it's not like a bright red like I would prefer. So I'm gonna slightly tint this. Yeah, it's already like really dark. Holy shit. Let's see. Well, I guess I'm just gonna let that go. There's already enough black in this. Alright. I don't know how far this stuff's gonna go. If it's gonna be really strong or not, so I'm just gonna do like a drop and see what happens. Oh, it's also like very reddish purple. Alright, so this stuff's pretty weak, so I still gotta do a bunch more of it. 4. Yeah, it's almost like a purplish. It's definitely not very red. Good to know, I guess. Alright. So I guess I'll add some of the regular stuff. So I gotta find like a bright red dye. So far the stuff I'm using is like not really like giving me the result that I want. It shows like this red on the sticker, but it is definitely not that bright. I really need to pour this off. I have a lot of things I need to do. I am. It was what, like I think it was like 4 drops of the red. Damn it, I can't find anything today. Usually with small amounts like this, I'm not even doing drops, like, because this stuff is so strong, like, pun on the name, that I'm usually doing like, this isn't even like a fraction of a drop. But that stuff that I just had out is so like weak that it was like I put in 5 drops, I guess, really, and it like was just a slight tint. So this is better. Not ideal. Yeah, when I start doing like larger runs of characters instead of just like one-offs, then I'll probably start pre-mixing larger amounts of resin. Yeah. That's kind of what I expected, honestly, from that die. I just thought I would try it out and see. And, like, worst case, it's, you know, it's good for things I want just a very slight tint on. Like, look how orange or purple this shit is. It's not red. So that's really annoying. I don't even, like, you can't even make red. It's like a primary color, so. Like other colors I can at least, like, mix up and make something kind of similar. I'm gonna add a little bit of this orange. I feel like this orange is more red than the red. Yeah. It's like, I can't even add, like, you know, yellow or whatever, so now it's more like blood. I guess it's a little closer. So I gotta find, like, I'm gonna have to just buy a bunch of different red dyes and try them out. I swear, like, red dye I've had in the past has been better, but the stuff I have now just sucks. That is not red. Well, I guess tonight's mission is to go onto all these different dye makers' sites and buy a bunch of them. Because I'm not happy with what I've got. What up, Xanoramus? Just bemoaning the crappy quality of the red dyes that I've got. Okay, so that's good. So I gotta get 20 mLs of this other resin out. This is resin, so it's epoxy resin. Nah, I'm like trying to. The blood of my enemies. Shit, I didn't realize it like spilled all over the top. That sucks. Alright, so those are ready to mix up. I gotta prime the air compressor. Okay, we'll reassemble these molds. Got a couple of dump molds ready to go. thicker, so I'm going to pour this out first. I'm going to figure out what my optimal work area is. It's got to be like here forward. I find myself keeping stuff really close to the edge of the desk. I know that's not great for like viewing, so that's always the thing I'm trying to keep in mind. Alright, so that one's done. Okay, so I'll be ready to go. Okay, let's see, I got the injector ready. I gotta have all my cleaning stuff like off to the side here because I gotta clean this stuff up as soon as I'm done with it. What up, splitters? Alright, where's my mixer at? There it is. It's early. Is everybody off today? Usually some of you guys don't show up till like later. Alright. Nice. Me too! Alright, this is all cloudy, but once it cures, it's going to be clear. Roasting me, I assume? 'Cause, that's what I need. Alright. Being off is good. Alright, let's see, this is probably mixed up enough. I hate how not red this is. It really is irritating. Alright, so shoes, boots. Well, definitely overestimated how much resin I need. Alright, so what's left? 10? Alright, so like 30 is probably enough. I still got stuff left. Yeah, whatever. I'll just scrape the rest of it out. Well, I should have got another dump mold ready. I didn't think I'd have this much left over. Alright. Put these all in the pressure tank. So that's good. Clean this stuff up real quick. Okay. Is anyone... Shit. Is anyone seeing 91% alcohol in stores yet? Because I need to replenish my supply and I'm still like not seeing it anywhere. Well, I haven't checked everywhere. I just haven't seen it and the times have gone out. It's like, this is 99%, but it's like $16 a bottle. It's really expensive. That's fair, Splinters. That's the best kind. Speaking of which, I think I'm out. I think I drank my last one last night. It's a real tragedy. Might have to invest in more acetone, which I don't think works that much better, but I'll have to check that out, Splinters, or Sabretooth. I haven't checked Amazon for it lately. I'll have to add that to my shopping list tonight. Alright, I guess I can lose the respirator now.
Okay. Well, forgot to clean these, but I guess I'll just use the other one. I always forget about these two small ones. Okay, I guess it depends on the cost. Like, I know I've been able to buy it, but it was really expensive for a while. I don't know if it's come back down to like normal prices or if we're still paying inflated prices for it. But I'll check on there later and see what I can find. So I ended up buying this 99%. I bought 2 bottles from some like medical supply company, or maybe it was industrial supply, and I think I paid like $25 for 2 pints of it. So I'm trying to stretch it out as far as I can. So I'm still very much in the red with all this stuff, so I can't afford to like hemorrhage too much cash on like just supplies. I mean, I know I have to, but hopefully I can get some stuff up in the shop here soon. You went to clean up today to always show the house, and oh, you're great. Your vacuum broke. That sucks. My partner just, well, recently, being like maybe a month ago, bought us a new Dyson vac. It's one of these. It's like a handheld unit. It's got a bunch of attachments on it, but I forget what she paid for it, like 200 something. But it's pretty nice so far. Yeah, right. Now that you got that dog, it's gonna get even worse. You have to be vacuuming like frequently. I guess you don't have to, but you'll have that nice layer of dog fur on all your clothes if you don't. Okay. Yeah, Dyson stuff's pretty good. It's our second Dyson vac. We have like a bigger, quote-unquote, pet vac with like a bunch of attachments, but like one of the foot release is like the spring broke off of it, so it's been a little frustrating to use sometimes. So she was getting annoyed with it and wanted to buy this handheld. But it's pretty good so far. Alright, so let's see, I got this guy to work on. I got this thing, so I feel like this guy's like close to being done. Well, I don't know about done, but I don't know what to do with this thing. I need to finish these ears, and I don't really know what to do. I think I might just that sucks. I have like kept some of the parts that have broken on ours, and I'm considering trying to fix it. It's like for as expensive as they are, it's a little annoying like how much of it is plastic. Like some of the parts that take a lot of stress probably should have been metal. But then I guess, you know, that's less profit, so. Alright, so I have a little engraving bit. I'm not sure if this is going to be too big. No, I guess that's not too bad. So I've got that, and then I've got a bunch of these dental bits. I'm not sure if I got one that's small enough. That's too big. These all look to be about the same size. Yeah. So I think that engraver bit's gonna have to be it. These are all too big. Yeah, I feel you. I'm good for that too. Keeping stuff, thinking like, I'm gonna fix this, and then, you know, it never gets fixed. Alright, I guess the engraver is the smallest bit that I've got. What the heck is this thing for? Yeah, just on ours, a couple of things that are like, some of the plastic like latches have broke, and I'm like, oh, I could fix that and make a mold out of it and make a new one, which I probably could pretty easily, but it's like the time I gotta spend doing it. Ugh. Allergies are fun. Let's see if I can send my... Thanks, Tacitus. Let's see if I can send my partner to the coffee shop and get me a coffee. Okay, we'll see how that goes. She just got back from the grocery store, so I guess we'll see how willing she is to go out again. Ugh, God. Alright, so what did I have? Let me mark this down before I forget. So it was hands and or feet and pelvis. So it's 30 mLs. Trying to get an idea of how much material I'm using. Alright. I didn't really have a plan when it came to sculpting this ear. I was like, well, I'm just going to get the shape and then figure the rest out from there. I don't know how people engrave stuff by hand. How you like get down that small and control the like shape. I've never engraved anything before. That does not look like an ear, but it's a start. Maybe I just dig out the whole like shape, right? It's a start. Oh, shit. Some kind of sanding hood thing that's like either blowing away or sucking up all the dust as you sand would be pretty helpful. Shit. Oh well. I figured it was going to be a mess. Trying to like not let this thing go flying across the room. Yeah, good enough. Definitely need a better support for this thing. This hole I drilled was like a mess. Well, those look kind of like shit, but whatever. They're ear adjacent. Yeah, sculpting is going to require a lot of practice. It's weird too, because like I'm like nearsighted, so like wearing my glasses, I have to close up. I can't actually see what I'm working on. I have these like, I don't know what they call them, but they're like those like jewelers. They're not binoculars, but they're like, you wear them like over your glasses or whatever, and like magnifiers. So I've got like a pair of those that help with like this close-up stuff. Sometimes I just take my glasses off because it's easier, because I can see close up, which is helpful for like sculpting small stuff. Oh, when did I put those molds in? 309. I don't know. That'll say 3. So then 430, I'll pull them, and then I'll bake them because that's apparently a thing I can do. I'm gonna have to get some photo reference what ears look like, because I'm sure they don't look like this. It's probably not very easy to see in the cam. Just the downside of sculpting small things. I don't really have a easy way to show what I'm working on. Does GoPro make a wireless camera? Not a wireless camera, that's dumb. They're all wireless. But a Wi-Fi, I don't see why they would, considering it's like not their target market. Or anything like GoPro that like is a Wi-Fi camera or a streaming camera of some type. No, because that would be helpful. I guess that's another thing I'll have to look into. I guess if I put earlobes on this guy, it's probably fine. Chinese options for cams? Yeah, you're probably right. I'll have to look on Amazon and see what's on there. For like Wi-Fi cameras that aren't really expensive, because I don't want to spend a lot on it. I guess if this just goes in more, it's probably fine. Oh, and I just broke a piece of it off. That's cool. I guess I should have sanded that instead of trying to carve it. I probably could. I have an Android phone just sitting here that I got from when we signed my mom up to our Cricket plan. They like gave us a phone as part of the activation. I don't have any old iPhones anymore. I mean, the camera that I'm using now to stream is actually just my phone. So you definitely can do it. To see if I can, I guess I could just try this Android phone that I have and see if I can get that to work. I think it's also like I gotta find a way to mount it, because I don't have I don't have any way to suspend it like over my shoulder, you know. What's up, Cap? Yeah, I could try a Gorilla Pod. That might work. That's probably the easiest way to go about it. I don't even know how much detail gets put into ear sculpts. Probably not a lot. Here I'm worried about like it looking weird. Yeah, I could see that. I feel like it's not a thing you put a lot of effort into when you're sculpting. You're just like, there it is. We put it on. 'Cause it's like a lot of undercuts too. I should have just sculpted like the outer ridge and then built up like the little like bump on the inside. Now I'm trying to like carve away to make that bump, you know. And it's like, it's fine. But I didn't really have a plan when I was sculpting the initial shape. I guess if I put a little earlobe on here, it'll be fine. I shouldn't worry about it too much. Yeah, so like another thing I'm trying to figure out how to do is like, I'm debating whether I want to do like hair as a sculpt like on the head, or if I wanted it to be like an attached piece. Because the whole thing with these is I'm trying to do like interchangeable parts and stuff. So I'm trying to figure out if that's like how doable that is. And then I'm trying to figure out how I would attach it. Does it like snap on, or is I always thought about embedding like magnets in the head and then having it like magnetically snap on, which I guess doesn't work if you want it to be translucent or whatever, but so I wanted you to be able to like pop off the hair and then put like a headpiece or a helmet or something on. Yeah, like a peg hole would be fine, but I also want it to be like, I'm thinking about versatility, right? If like, say you just want to put this head on there by its, and it be like alone, or maybe there's like tattoos or whatever on the head. If there's a big hole in it, it's gonna like look weird. Yeah, that's why I want the head to be able to kind of just be by itself, and you can attach stuff to it, as opposed to like, because we've all seen pictures of like what a figure looks like when you pull the hair off that's been glued on or whatever. There's just like a big notch in the head. So the idea is like the pieces are all standalone. I don't know how like doable it all is, and that's why I'm kind of just like mulling stuff around in my head to figure out what I could do. Chi hair? Like Chia Pet? Chia. You just gotta water the head. Genius. You can have a garden and sweet hair mops for your figures. Yeah, I'm debating like magnets and or snap stuff. I don't know. I'll probably just do some experiments and see what works and what doesn't. Yeah, well, once we're all like living in the wasteland of the Trumpocalypse, we'll have to eat the hair off our figures. This is kind of working. Like, this stuff's hard enough that it like holds its shape, but then it's soft. Well, you can like scrape it and it doesn't like break apart unless you are trying to scrape like a big chunk off of it, because it did snap for me a little bit. I was reading Abe's website and it was like all these like weird Q&As, and it was like you can build on top of it. You can apparently, if you put mold release between layers, like you can make stuff that like fits snugly, and then the Aves won't stick to itself. So that's something I'm gonna have to try out. Or the epoxy sculpt won't stick, rather. So like kind of slowly carving this is actually like working. Because you're almost like just sanding it slowly. Emergency ration hair. Hey, you never know. This dull X-Acto is actually a pretty decent sculpting tool. Oh, that sucks. Sabretooth. You'd think if they were like looking for a place to live, they'd actually want to like come over and see it. Is this like someone you know, or like a friend of a friend, or is this just like a list ad, or you know, like an online ad? Ah, that sucks. Okay, that seems all right. I've never actually lived with someone I don't know, so I know people who may be in this chat who have done that, like roommate ads and stuff. And actually, my other friends of mine back in Buffalo did it too, and had like mixed results. Yeah, living with someone's like no joke, man. You really find out who they are fast. Hopefully you like get along with them. Oh yeah, I've definitely like lived with friends and it's gone sour. Well, it's good that you've had good luck with it, Tacitus. Or good experiences, rather. I swear my devil cat's outside. I can hear his bell. She must have let him out when she left. I think it took a little bit too much off. Whatever. It'll just be weird, I guess. Your neighbor told you about Co-Life, a new cross between traditional roommate finder and a dating profile app. Focuses on compatibility. That's interesting. I can see that being helpful. Because yeah, obviously if like you guys share interests or whatever, that helps. And really, I feel like at this point, it's like we're like, what's your political leaning? Because like, I wouldn't want some hard right, you know, QAnon Trump supporter bullshit moving into my house. I want to like know up front so I can weed them out. So I can discriminate against them and their conservative viewpoints, because that's apparently what disagreeing with someone's bullshit is. Not like awesome, but let's see if you can see this or not. I'm like looking at the camera like 3 different angles away from like the orientation of my hand. So I'm trying to hold it in a way you can like see it, but it's real difficult to get it in line. I don't know. It doesn't. That's kind of hard to see, especially with the lighting. Oh boy, that's frightening. The nutters are out there. No, feel free to insult the QAnon crazies who joined the stream. If you're subscribing to QAnon, we have a great difference of opinion on probably everything. What DLC is this from? This has got to be from like, nope, it's just from the base game. He is a fancy lollipop. Should be the code name for the sculpt, fancy lollipop. I can start using weird like Google food names for like stuff I'm working on. This is fancy lollipop. We've got chicken and biscuits. We got a ham sandwich. Should remedy that. Remedy that. Coffee delivery. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, yeah, that's fine. What the weird code names to stuff? Yeah. Get that meat. Make it. Eat it. Trying to sand this ear, and it is so small I cannot get the sandpaper in there in any meaningful fashion. Almost, yep. She's camera shy. Yeah, I don't know if it's because I'm not doing like gaming stuff, but I haven't, and I'm also basically invisible. I haven't been subject to any of like the trolls on Twitch. I'm like slightly concerned about people like that giving her a hard time in other parts of her life. It's looking okay. It's coming along. Yeah, sure, Sabretooth. Ugh. I have to get some more like tools I can use, kind of like this X-Acto for scraping this. Actually, maybe I could bring this light over here. That'll make it a little easier to see. You can't see the light in the camera. That's good. Trying to deepen this like canal on the back of the ear without accidentally scraping too much of it out. So that's like a little bump. And then this is more triangular. Might have to add a little bit of epoxy. I made this. I guess that's okay. I thought I might have made it too thin, but I gotta dig out the top of this here. It's more like a bump than a concave shape. I gotta be careful of like making these too like deep, because I don't want to introduce undercuts that could be like places air can get trapped, or I don't want like weird stuff where I gotta like vent the ear, because that's like too much. No, I'm trying to sculpt the ears on this guy. He looks kind of messy. I could see the zombie thing with all the like different colors. This is all like different materials that I've tried. So like the black and the yellow are the same thing. They're this epoxy putty. And the green stuff is literally this stuff called green stuff made by Games Workshop. It's like a plastic epoxy putty. So I'm trying to like shape the ears. Yeah. I like had built up the like mounds or whatever for the ears over a few like applications, and now I'm trying to just like shape it into something that looks like an ear. So like it's kind of hard to see in the camera just because of like the light and the whatnot. I don't know how easy that is to see. I literally can't even see my own screen. Here we go. Yeah, I could do like, I could do variations. I'm trying to get like just a basic head with like, done now, or like first, and then I can make like variations on that. So I could definitely do like, zombie type heads later. Because I could take like this head, you know, then take a cast of that and modify it to make it more zombie-like. I just want to get like a decent looking like generic human head done first. Because believe it or not, this is the first like head I've sculpted from scratch. So it's, you know, it's a lot. I'm trying to figure out how to make it all look right as I'm going. That sounds a bit more challenging. It's like a one-off. I guess I could do some kind of like, there are those toys that like when you squeeze them, like the eyes and stuff pop out. I have to read about how you design something like that. I gotta get the basics down before I can get gimmicky. I'm still trying to just do like basic sculpts that look good. Because there are like lots of bootleg toy designers out there, or makers, I guess. So I'm trying to like have a mix of stuff that I made and then stuff that's, you know, made up of like bootleg stuff or copies. Yeah, that's a possibility. To do some kind of like, I could see doing some kind of liquid filled thing once. I feel like it'd be kind of complicated to do it, but there's probably a way. Yeah, I gotta build up this. I gotta put an earlobe here. Yeah, if I put earlobes on this guy, this will look a lot more normal. Or more ear-like. think that's a different product line. Oh, thanks, Xenoramus. So I've like basically just been putting on all the Borderlands, all the Borderlands scores from the games, because I don't get any copyright hits off of them, and I love Borderlands, so I can't really go wrong there. And there's like it's a nice variety of styles in these soundtracks. I think this is off the Tiny Tina DLC, Attack on Dragon Keep, which I still have not played. Yeah, I've heard it's like the best of all the DLCs. I want to like I want to get like one of my characters pretty high up in level, like near max level, before I go into the DLCs. So it's just kind of something I've been putting off to like get max value or play value from. I guess nothing's stopping you, Sabretooth. Does that mean I'm boring, Xanoramus? No crack pipes here. I ain't got money for crack, come on. I'm a po' boy. Sounds good, Sabretooth. We'll put them up. Exclusive stream. Royalty-free kazoo dreams. Yeah, I've been trying to nothing about music, Sabretooth. It's just sounds. Yeah, we get the full clown posse here in the chat today, Xanoramus. So you're you hit on a good day. Yeah, it's just allergies. I have good days and bad days. Today's a stuffy, runny nose day. So, Sabretooth, like about the epoxy sculpt stuff. Oh man, I don't have a Juggalo name. I should. There was a period where I was into them. Thanks, Anoramus. Yeah, I'm allergic to cats and I have 3 cats, so I kind of just bring it on myself. Oh, Juggalos? Yeah, that's a whole thing, Cap. You're gonna get lost in the Juggaverse. Um, so like, if you guys aren't familiar with what Juggalos is, there should be a Wikipedia entry for it. There's gotta be, and if not, that's a glaring oversight. Shit, I think I just cracked part of the earlobe. Fuck. Yeah, I used to go to some of the shows, Sabretooth. There was a period where I was in the orbit of the Juggaverse. See, Sabretooth, now I want to make Juggalo versions of MOTU characters. Because there's already Easy He, which I would love to get one of those figures. But no one's done Juggalo MOTU. Oh, I see. I'll go with New Respect. Hey, thanks, Danoramas. Thanks for popping on and hanging out for a while. Enjoy your sleep. I feel like Juggalo characters need to happen. I think it's gonna happen. It's gonna go on the list. I mean, that's really just a paint application, but, you know, still. We could do the whole like trailer park version of Masters of the Universe. Yes, a Hatchet Man version would be good. I'm honestly kind of surprised that I don't see ICP Juggalo stuff in like the Resin toy universe. Did people just forget those guys existed? And if they did, then they need to be educated. I'm pretty sure my partner didn't know me during the time that I was involved in the Juggiverse. But, you know, that's just between me, you, and the internet. Yeah, I was very confused by all of that. That was very, very post my time there. I was there around like, what is it, The Great Malenko, and a couple albums after that, and then I like lost interest. I read about that and like I was very confused. Sadly, there are no photos. That was before people took photos of everything, which is probably a blessing, honestly. Yeah, the whole period of like my like 18 to like 30, there are very few, actually 18 to 25, there's like almost no photos at all. Which is like, you know, kind of lame. I don't have any documentation of that period. I know it's very disappointing. I don't think I even had a digital camera till like 2010. No, I guess it was earlier than that. Probably 2000. I guess when I got my first iPhone, which was probably like 2000. Yeah, probably 2009, 2010. Nope, this is the wrong stuff. I thought that was the base. It blows mind. So the best show of theirs that I went to was them and Guar. So Guar of all people opened for ICP, which was insane. Because like Guar's been around longer than them, but I guess that doesn't necessarily matter. So it's like you're getting covered in fake blood in one scene, or in one act, and then you're getting covered in Faygo soda in the second. It was ridiculous. Yeah. It'll just like, his mind will just collapse on itself. Oh my god. Insane Clown Posse. It's such a... Talk about a throwback. Jesus. Oh man, that's a shame. That is a true tragedy. See how well I can sculpt an earlobe. Ah, lame. Yeah, they sound like real fun people. I don't want fake blood on my suit. Wah. Such a crazy experience, just like those shows. I don't think I'll ever like go to another show that's as ridiculous as that show was. Though I do remember seeing Rammstein. Puddle's Pity Party. I have not heard of that. I'll have to look it up. It's the gathering of the Juggalos, Cap. Come on. Shit. It includes ladies. I don't know how many of them you would consider hot. The Insane Clown Posse is not exactly known for its top shelf fan base. Yeah, I haven't gone to that. I've just been to shows in the past. I think that started after my time. Um, it's kind of like it is kind of like a wrap, but not in like I don't know, not in probably the sense you might be thinking. Shit. Oh yeah, I'd agree there, Sabretooth, for sure. Yeah, it's probably something unlike anything you'll experience in your life. Sorry, I'm all quiet for a moment. I'm like trying to get this ear. It's like it feels like it's close, so I'm trying to just get it to a point where I can leave it alone. I guess that looks okay. Nice. Nice ad there, Sabretooth. Alright, that looks... Let's see if you can see this or not. So hard to manipulate this thing for the camera. It's hard to see. I'll just have to see it later. You can see it there. I'm getting there. So we're going to try to do the lobe on this one and see how that comes out. Oh, that's backwards. Now I'm going to try not to touch the other side while I'm doing this and accidentally crush it. That's fair. I wouldn't say exactly like, but I mean, you know, there's some overlap. Shit. Alright, so the other ear comes down lower. I think that added too much water. It's very mushy. Ugh. This is very difficult. I'm trying to get this like mass of the stuff to hold itself together. I might have to just chunk a bunch of it on and then come back to it later. I have a feeling these are going to be very uneven. Potty chunking. Yeah. Ugh, and they're not quite right. I'm like definitely over focusing. I'm like trying really hard to make this thing look okay. I just want it to look like the other one. And it's already proving kind of difficult. Yours might require another pass. Yeah. I care, though. I care. What about my feelings? You have no feelings, streaming monkey. You're here to entertain me. Totally. Yeah, I read this post on I think it was Reddit, and like one of the there's like a resin casting subreddit, and someone's like, I have a mold of this hand. How do I flip it? I'm like, bro, it doesn't work that way. Shit. But then they'll look weird if there's nothing on it. I did actually kind of think about the ears being like part of a guiding notch thing. Yeah, I read this dude's post and I was like, no, that's not how you do that. Like, this isn't a 3D application. You don't just hit symmetry and you're done. Oh yeah, turn it inside out. Easy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to like come back to this tomorrow. I mean, that's a good start. It's a little bigger than the other one. Gotta push it up. Why sculpt anything from scratch when you can just make copies of things that already exist? What's wrong with me? I need to do it the hard way. Dummy. That's what. Alright, we're gonna leave it there. Almost. Now are they even? Yeah, they're even enough. His head's tilted like slightly to the left. Surprised I didn't accidentally smash the other ear. That seems about par for the course for what I would usually do. Maybe that's why all Skeletor's plans fail. He like can't hear anything, so he has terrible communication skills. He's just like a old grandpa who yells at everyone, and he's confused. God damn it. Okay, that's okay. Fortunately, there was no ear crushing. The Skeletor is the old grandpa that yells at everyone. Skeletor ain't got no ears. So maybe he's got poor communication skills. That's why all of his plans fail, because nobody knows what he wants. Because he can't hear anyone. Ha. Yeah, I'm slow on the uptake sometimes, okay? Shit! Goddamn gloves. I have no ears. I am but a shell of a man. That's right. I am too vindictive of his wannabe ears to sculpt them correctly. Yeah, and it's ICP, not the black-eyed peas. Different peas. Nice. I mean, maybe Fergie. There's got to be a generator online, Sabretooth. There's got to be a juggalo named Generator. I don't know if you get to advertise about the dong size. I question the product. Now this earlobe's a little too small. I must subject myself to more torment. Nope, we're gonna do that later because I'll just get frustrated. All right, buddy, bro. We're gonna put you aside for a while. Alright, I got some to use up here. There's my Sandy Papier. Oh, man. So this, I'm trying to demuscle the body a little bit. I wanted like a more realistic bulk instead of like the bodybuilder type body. So I put on a bunch here. I'm pretty far away from you, so you know. Geographically, that is. I'm gonna sand down the stuff that I've got here. I really need to start like adding coats of primer so I can kind of just see what the surface looks like. Once I've got like multiple types of material on here, it starts to get kind of hard to see what the actual surface looks like. I should wet sand. I don't often. It's honestly something I never learned how to do. I've like messed with it a little bit on the last set of figures. It's just to keep dust down, isn't it? I read you're supposed to like soak the sandpaper. I usually just dunk it because I don't know what I'm doing. So feel free to educate me on wet sanding. Yeah, I did it a little bit on the first set of figures and had some success with it, because I was just doing like it was final sanding after I'd removed like all the venting and injection points and stuff. So I like wet sanded a little bit. Okay, that's what I had done before. This is 220 grit, so it's like kind of rough. So I'm doing just the initial like pass to get the surface smoothed down. Because like on the last set of figures, I did I think like 4 passes from like gritty to fine. I think down to like 800 or 1500. I think it was 1500 grit was like the end. And then I used a brush wheel on the Dremel at a high speed to do like the final pass. Okay. Yeah, I've been wondering about like if it's possible to get like a really glossy surface by sanding resin. It seemed like you couldn't, but it might just depend on like the kind of resin you're using too. Let me see, I've got some other grits in here. Let me grab another one. So that was 220. I think it's 220 anyway. Yeah, so this is a wet sand paper. They're all supposedly wet sandpapers. That one's kind of ruined. Yeah, one of the guides that I had read about it was like, it was like, oh, soak the paper in water overnight so that it's like, it's not like, that way the paper's saturated, so then it's like stays damp the whole time. And I like just dunked it, and it seemed fine. Yeah, I tried a polish wheel, and I didn't really see any like improvement over just the brush wheel I was using. I've also never learned to buff anything, so I don't know how to do that either. Because I didn't like, I don't know. It was just never a thing that I like learned how to do. But yeah, I had tried to get like a really smooth finish on the first set. They seemed okay, but I'm sure there was areas they could have been improved. This has like score marks and stuff in it that I'll have to definitely sand out. Yeah, you've seen the paper deteriorate. Like, this is getting really soft, and I've just been dunking it. Yeah, the soaking it seemed a little excessive. And maybe really hard grit papers or something, I don't know. Yeah, there's like a bunch of score marks in here I gotta either fill in. I'll probably just fill them and then like sand them off. What did I say for those casts? 430. So I guess I can actually pull that stuff now and see what it looks like. Oh, that's a good suggestion. I didn't think about the clarity of the water. So, learned something new. Yeah, there's lots of stuff I'm trying to learn. So wet sanding is one, polishing is another. I gotta learn how to use an airbrush, so that's gonna be new. I bought like a cheap one last year. Like a really cheap one. Because I didn't want to invest a lot of money in something I was just learning how to do. And really the airbrush I wanted for like putting on like fine coats of like top coat to like seal it or whatever, whether it's like dull or gloss coating. But I haven't even used it yet. I've got it set up, but I haven't actually put it into use. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to just get the contour right now, because like, you know, all these like little areas, these like triangular dips and whatnot, it can like not get down into those. But that's a good thing to keep in mind, is like trying to not put like contour or scratches into it. So I try to sand with like, I guess the grain of the thing I'm sanding, so like what direction I think it would look like naturally if there were going to be marks, but obviously like you don't want marks to be in them at all if you can avoid it. This is still like a really early pass. This thing's not like close to being ready to be molded yet. I'm not even done like putting epoxy sculpt on it. Like this area here, this like point where all these like things slope into this like valley. It's hard to do like circular motions there. So I try to do like the angle of the surface, and you know, where would this have like natural texture, like grain, so that if I do leave marks, at least they look kind of natural, or as much as they can, I guess. I don't know. I can't even try to like feel this with the gloves on, like I can even tell. Yeah, I've definitely been like learning a lot doing these figures. There's like always some different thing I need to learn to like make them better. So there's no shortage of lessons to learn. This is like the next male torso I want to mold. But this is actually I want to use to like reconstruct the whole inside. I think I want to try to put. I may try to do like an all semi-flex plastic, and then have these like snap together. I don't know. I haven't figured out how it's gonna work yet. So this is just kind of an ongoing project. Alright. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use this. I guess I'll just slap it onto this leg so I can use it on something. Because I don't want to waste it if I don't have to. And then I'm going to take out those molds. And then I may bake them a little longer, because it really seemed to help the torso become fully cured. So that was really helpful to do that. Now this stuff's like getting more set up, or it's starting to set up. Apparently you can heat this saber tooth. I was reading online about it, and it seems like light heat. Like you don't actually bake it like you would bake a polymer clay, but adding a little bit of light heat can help it cure a little faster. Oh, so you're liking the Citadel stuff? That's good. I don't think I have any, so I might have to. I'll look into Citadel. I've used I have a very old set of like their paint bottles for like miniatures, but I don't know if there's a primer in there. I mean, these paints are like at least 15 years old, so they're probably not any good anymore. Well, I have this toaster oven, and I can set it pretty low, so I can set it to like, I don't know, 100 or whatever, and pop it in there. All right, at least this got used. I don't want to be throwing the stuff away unused. Yeah, I've got a heat gun. I think I can actually control the heat a little bit better with just the oven, because I can set it to like a specific temperature. Alright, so that's wet. Let me wipe this up a little bit. Just clean up this space before I take those casts out. So that's at 3, so 4:30, so they should be good now. Okay, so let's check the alright, they seem pretty hard, so it should be mostly cured. The thinner parts I'll probably pop into the oven, because I put them in at 5 minutes at 200 degrees and then just let them cool on their own, and they seemed pretty good. I might have to cut this down. This is like kind of hard to get down in here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into some primers just to try some out. Did I cut this? I did, yeah. So this was just an excess, a junk cast, so we'll see how this looks. That's not too bad. It's not as red as I would like. It's still very, like, looks like cranberry jelly. Very minimal leakage. This flashing is really light. Where's the tweezers? Yeah, it is a neat color. So like, yeah, I like happy accidents like that. So let's see if I can get like some light through this so you can see it. Try to flip this up a little bit. Yeah, you can kind of see it there. So it's like a transparent. Yeah. Thanksgiving edition. These are just extra Glios pegs. Cranberry. Boysenberry. Yeah, I assume you've seen that. It's like an old YouTube video. It was probably started on like Newgrounds or something. And it's the same guy who did the shoes video. He's like dressed as this like grandmother, and he's like making muffins. And there's like boysenberry, raspberry, and he gets in all these like weird ones like Iranian-Palestinian conflict muffins and all these like goofy things. It's pretty good. Classic early internet. Yep, this one leaked a good bit. So Thanksgiving edition reminds me of that skit. I don't even know what it's called. It's probably like Muffin's video or something. I couldn't even tell you where to start looking for it. If you find the shoes video, you could probably find it from that. Pretty thin flashing. Not too upset about that. Sometimes I feel like just the very thin flashing is almost more difficult to remove and clean up than the thicker stuff, because it's like very static, clingy, so it wants to stick to everything. Alright, let's see. So I had to add some cuts to these molds to get access to the to cut off these like fins. But makes it easier to remove them. Okay. Yeah, I'll check it out. I'm gonna write it down so I don't forget. I still got like a pile of notes over here of stuff that I haven't looked up yet. I mean, some of it I did. Like, I watched Sputnik and a few other things. Red letter. Media. Review of Phantom Menace. I expect it's savage. Alright, so I gotta get under this fin. Excellent. Oh shit, yeah, definitely not fully cured. So I'll have to put these into the oven. But that's like the colors beside each other. I don't know how well you can see that. The lighting is really bad. I gotta work on that. Like, it's good for me, but not the best for viewing. It'll look better, a little better when I post it later on Instagram. The colors will be a little more visible. Nice. Alright, so that one's good. If this thing turns out okay, I might do the giveaway thing and then just have this Anti-Eternia He-Man be the giveaway. I'm not going to say anything on Instagram until like I have all the parts done, because if it looks like crap, I'm not gonna do that. But it'd be cool if like it comes together. I think people would like that. Or trying to get it anyway. This is the thin one. I bet it is. Yeah. Alright, so I gotta cut this thing off while it's in the mold. Shit, come on. randompartsinabag.com. Ugh, come on. This mold, I thought this one would be... Oh, this actually isn't too bad. Are they... I haven't actually seen his giveaways. Are they literally just like blind bag like scrap? That guy's also got like notoriety, so he could give away a fart in a bag and people would probably be all over it. Okay. I could see maybe doing that with like random parts I've got. Yeah, this I need to bake. It's too thin to pull out. Because I do like test casts, so I get like parts that I can't really use for anything. Like they look fine, they're just they don't match anything color wise, so shit, this one's probably gonna need to be baked. Yeah, these I gotta bake, and these I'm gonna bake. So I'm gonna pop these in the oven real quick. Alright, so we'll see in 5 minutes how those come out. These are all fine. That one, I'm hoping it like the heat penetrates through the silicone, because it needs to get down to the part, because the way it's built, like the pegs are sticking out, so like you'll bend them, or I'll bend them if I try to take them out now. I don't want to risk them being deformed. So hopefully if it reaches them, they should be fully cured. I gotta work work on this sword next. And I guess I gotta cast. Yeah, it's in at 200, so I might have to just leave it in longer, so the heat has time to like penetrate the silicone. Maybe it's, yeah, it's in at 200 now for 5 minutes. So if it's I might just put it back in longer. That way I'm sure, because it's not going to damage the silicone or the parts, so there's really no like harm in letting it be in there longer. Alright, so that head looks okay. So I'll put that off to the side. Alright, what am I going to do next? I can either cast more of the parts for it. I can do the arms and legs. So I got to do the arms and legs and the Y part, and then probably a head in like the black instead of the red. Because like right now, well, I'm gonna trim this a little bit so it'll actually fit in here. So you probably can't see it that well, but like the head is like, it is really dark. I need like an underlight so you can see through some of these things. Yeah, it's really hard to see where you're at. See if I can angle this light at all without blinding you. Kind of hard to see. Hard to see. Yeah, maybe I'll increase it to 10. Well, I guess it's 7 now because it was like almost finished. Alright, so I gotta work on this guy because I'd like to include this with it. So I gotta try to get somewhere with this. I gotta finish the hilt. The angle's a little off on the handle. I don't know if I should re-glue that or not. I'll just leave it the way it is. So I want to put some decorative stuff on this hilt. I'm thinking of putting like either like a bead or just like an indentation here. Well, you can't really see that, but I can barely see that. And I want to finish the handle. It should be where's that sheet? I want it to be kind of like trapezoidal. So I want it to like fan out, but so I might have to just do some epoxy sculpting on this. Actually, maybe I could probably craft it out of polystyrene. I just gotta glue a few pieces together to make like a block I can form. I hate cutting small parts, it's always a pain in the ass. I guess that works. just score it and break it off. See if this is wide enough with 3. Yeah, okay. I could actually do it like that. That would be better. So I just gotta glue these 3 pieces together. Which is the new one? This one. So do that and then put a bead of this on the other part. And they should just bond instantly. Scrap. Yep. Okay. Do the same thing. Yeah, it's a little off, but whatever, it's done. Okay. So this should all be pretty much cured. Yep. Alright, so I can... Dishes are done. Well, since it's like off here, that because it bonded instantly, so I couldn't like slide it to make it fit. So I'm probably gonna just have to work with it the way it is. So I'm gonna do. I'll just use the shape of it to orient the position. So I should actually put like. Put a little chunk inside because it's a tube. And you probably can't see that, but yeah. So something for like the glue to grip onto. So I'll glue this on first, and then actually I'll do it like this. Then I'll cut it off, sand it, and then I'll glue the this chunk to the base of this handle. Okay. So then I'll just dip this into the accelerant. Actually, I should probably just put this in first and then just add the accelerant. It doesn't need to be perfect because it's just going to get sanded off. Yep. Okay, so that's on. Cut this off. Give it a quick sand just to flatten it out. And then we'll glue this on. Shit. Okay, so we'll work with the shape as it is. So it'll be like this. Looks like it's already, I guess there was already some accelerant left on the surface, so that bonded pretty fast. There's like a small gap in here. I'm actually just going to fill this with glue and then use the accelerant to solidify it, because then it'll just be part of the material. I can just kind of sculpt around it, or sculpt with it rather. So I'm going to shape this into the hilt, or the pommel rather. Come on. Jesus. That should pretty much have solidified that immediately. Yeah. So now I'm just going to shape this into like that trapezoidal thing. Actually, I could probably just use the Dremel, it'd be faster. Once those molds have cooled down a little bit, I'll go pull those and see if that was enough time to finish up the curing the pelvis parts, because they're like very thin, and usually they take like an entire day to cure on their own. So if like this heating thing works like it did the other day, then it'll be nice to not have to like wait that long, and I can actually turn around sculpts more quickly, or casts more quickly. I really just need the general shape. I'll just hand sand the rest of it. Uh, it's some kind of cutting wheel. I forget what it exactly it's called, but it's got like a grinding texture on the surfaces. I think I got it initially to remove paint from metal for my partner refinishing some of her outdoor tables, but it didn't work that well for it, so I kind of just took it. Yeah, it's just some kind of grind wheel or cutting wheel. I don't remember what it's exactly it's called. Once I stop, I'll give you a closer look at it. It's a thing I've almost cut my fingers off with before. Alright, this is like the general shape. So this is what it looks like. You'll buy it loose, like this. And you'll need this mandrel for it. I also got this, this is a wood cutting wheel. This thing chews through plastic really fast. So both of those are pretty nice. Happy. Now that gold one, Cap, that's the spinning death wheel. That thing will chew through your hand really fast. The other one, less so. It just looks scary. Yeah, I just got it at like Lowe's. So if you go to the tool department, wherever they have the Dremel stuff, you'll see it there. And it was like a few bucks. It wasn't like expensive. This thing's not quite like little out on this side. So I'll curve the top of this. It's so difficult to hold like these small parts. You can peace out, it's cool. You've been here for a while. Yeah, it's like much taller on that side. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out anyway, you know, so like, always, if you ever gotta bounce, you know, it's never anything I would take personally. Cool. Yeah, I'll probably keep it to like 6 today, because I went over the last time by like 40 minutes. Or the time before that, I can't remember. I'm just happy to be at a point where I'm finally like making new stuff instead of just like remolding. Still a little tall on this side. I'm actually pretty happy with this thing. It's like pretty basic for like an accessory, but making it all from scratch seems pretty cool, I guess. Let me go grab those molds. I think they can be a little soft while they're warm. Yeah. So I might have to actually let them cool down like completely. So I guess I won't be pulling them right now. I'm just gonna let them cool. Now I gotta find a. Now I need a mini fridge I can pop them in. Let's see, what do I gotta do now? I could probably do some other casts. I guess I can cast the arms. I'll do that. That way most of it will be done. So I'll set that sword aside to work on later. I need to find the arm molds. This might be arms and legs, I forgot. Oh, that's right. This has like a little defect I gotta fix in it. It's still fine. So that's... Alright. Can't have any copyright songs on there. Oh, these are hands, so that's no good. Purge bots. Hmm. Yeah, I see like posts on the Reddit, Twitch, people talking about like the algorithm and losing followers and stuff. That's a good suggestion, Sabretooth. I didn't think about that. So we will not be putting anything into the fridge. Okay, this is the legs. So these two. So I'll do these guys. Alright, so I'm gonna clean up this space. Alright, that stuff's all just off to the side, so it's gonna need some time to cool down. No meat! Nobody wants soggy meat. These are my nerdy up close glasses. They sit on top of my glasses, so it looks real dorky. Fortunately, I don't have a face cam, so you don't get to see that. What am I looking for? Gloves. Soggy meat or sweaty meat both sound very unappealing. Alright, I gotta dust these guys with mold release. Sorry, bro. There are occasionally cultural differences that get lost in the translation. Alright, so these are all... Well, I'm going to put these off to the side here on the left, so they can dry. And then, so my previous calculations on arms and legs were 10 for the arms, 12 for the legs, so that's 20, 44. Dirty European mind. Alright, so I need, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Not that, not that, not that. 60D. Did I misplace the other bottle? 40, 40, 20T, 60D. Oh, I just can't read. European joke fight, go! Entertain us. So I'm going to try to match this, kind of, and hopefully it's not going to be too transparent or too opaque. Yeah, dirty humor is often best humor. Yeah, I made my partner watch, well, I didn't make her watch it, I guess. But we watched all of, F is for Family. It's pretty good. So 44. Might be able to go down to 40. Where are my containers at? Well, I'll do 50 because I don't know how much I'm going to need. So 25 and 25. So I feel like this should be more than the arms. The sound coming from me. What are you talking about? What am I doing now? I am just a dumb. I don't know anything. What is this, black? Oh, I need like a small amount of this. Hopefully it doesn't end up gray. R-rated stream. Hey, this is yeah, that's too dark. Whatever. I don't know. Well, that's probably too much black. Yeah, you gotta put photos of all your IDs in the chat, just like on Parlor, right? Well, that's probably not gonna be very close. See, it looks transparent, but it probably won't be. Yeah, I love it. I love that they can't get hosted anywhere. It doesn't he have like a GoFundMe up to try to get people to like help him get back online, which is hilarious. What do they do? Build their own infrastructure? Curious to see how this goes. All right, I got to put on the old respirator, Respo. Don't need no lung cancer.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. It's great. Shit. This stuff is still usable. Okay, so 25. Yikes. This is why you always wear the respirator. You don't need this in your lungs. Okay, so those are ready. So this one's got a couple little issues I gotta fix on these posts, but should be fine for now. I could just fix them later. So get this seated correctly. Get that going. I haven't tried to make too much transparent stuff with this 60D, but it says it cures to a translucent white. So I'm hoping it'll be kind of translucent. And I'll just turn this like light gray. Okay, so then I need the mixer, the injector, the cleaner, those, and the pipe cleaner. Okay. This should all be ready to go. Pressure tank's ready to go. too much resin. Ah, shit. No, this is the wrong type, but it doesn't matter. Okay. Stir this up real quick. I'm actually curious to see how transparent or opaque this comes out. Yeah, I spent like 5 hours doing that yesterday. And then Dacidus is like, oh, I'm surprised it wasn't a Borderlands one. So now I was like, damn it, now I gotta make a Borderlands one. Because that does seem appropriate. Because with the music, it should just be Krieg. So now I gotta make a Krieg one. At least the animation's all set up, I just swap out the graphic. Now it's good. It's fine. I mean, I wouldn't call you an asshole yet, Dacidus. You know, there's always time, though. What are these injection points? Shit, I might actually need enough. I could see the Bane mask. The Krieg mask is definitely more my speed, though. Come on. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get all this out of here. Well, this is a huge mess, but whatever. Sorry, I can't really reply too much when I'm doing this. So I gotta focus on what I'm doing. When I cast, like, everything else kind of goes quiet. Time-sensitive stuff. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect, Cap. But it's already got a white outline on it. I could probably put some kind of shadow under it if it was like important enough. And a lot of it has to do with like with a placement over like the work area. I spent enough time working on it for like one day, so it's just gonna be as it is for a little while. It's actually the thing with the shadow is it's actually an animated GIF, so it's got like a green background that I'm knocking out with a filter. So I don't know if I even could put a shadow under it. Nice. So what are your thoughts there, Dacidus? I assume you're enjoying it. It's pretty good. The second season of Mando, that is.
Okay, so we're good with that for now. Did I clean everything? No, these two need to be done. Yeah, they were both decent. I don't really know too much about either of those characters, so I don't know like where they're going with them in the universe, if they like matter down the road or anything. Just waiting to see how it all kind of how it all goes. Yeah, I figure they're clearly taking stuff from like the expanded universe or whatever it's called, and like incorporating that into the show. But it also doesn't mean that it's gonna stay like, you know, I don't want to say true to the source material, since the source material is like basically fan fiction. But like, you know, so they're gonna tell their own story with those characters. So I guess we just got to see where they go. Should be interesting though. I don't know anything about the shows they've got coming out. Like this Obi-Wan show, is if that's supposed to be when that's supposed to be coming, if it's like this year or It's got. I assume it's coming out before the 3rd season of Mandalorian, because that's not till like next fall, so that's still pretty far away. I assume it's coming before that. Yeah, I mean they're both seasons are very different, like tonally. Because like the 1st season, you don't really know any of these characters, so it's a lot of introductions and setting up like their relationships and the universe and everything. So it's pretty open, like where they could go with it. Actually, I'm just gonna use this other alcohol. Once I finish cleaning these things up, I'm gonna see if those molds are cooled down enough that maybe I can open them up. So we can have a little bit of closure for the day. What is that, Clone Wars or Rebels? Because I know there's 2 of them, and I've seen a little bit of Clone Wars, but I haven't seen any of Rebels. And the internet says that they're both very good story-wise. My partner wasn't immediately interested in watching the cartoons. So I don't know if we're gonna go back and watch those or not. Kind of depends on like her opinion. All right, so this is all cleaned up. Where are those molds at? Here they are. Still feels a little warm. How does this look? Oh, well, I guess that's coming off. I mean, it could be. I don't know. Alright, so that seems pretty okay. Is this a defect? I can't tell. It looks like it's a piece of flashing that got like stuck. I guess that's just a defect. Okay, that's good to know. Because if Rebels doesn't really add much to the story, there's not much point in watching it for me. Yeah, so I got some flashing. It looks like it got stuck. Or is that an air bubble? Or just debris, I guess. Okay, well, let's see how this feels. This seems okay. So I'm going to try to pop these out and see how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't warp or break. I definitely would have designed this mold differently now that I've done it a second time. Like, I like the the fins and stuff for ventilation, but I don't think it's great as far as like removing this from the mold. With like the fins being in, they should have been in the part you pull out. So that's a change I would make in the future. Well, it's like, I feel like they like have to with Deadpool, because it's now like its own thing. And if they try to put out like a PG-13 Deadpool, it would just flop. Okay, so we'll try this one. Yeah, so this thing's like, these are definitely facing the wrong direction. But at least like these fins, like I don't really give a shit if they get deformed. How's this? Alright, it seems like it's all cured. So I'm gonna just snap this thing off. Remove that. Well, that's a pretty clean pull overall. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't pay to see a PG-13 Deadpool. I wouldn't see the point. I mean, the movie set a precedent, though, so they have to stick to that. You can't start out as an... I mean, well, yeah, I guess you can, but you shouldn't start out as an R franchise and then, like, go to, like, PG-13. I guess there's nothing stopping them, but it'd be pretty shit if they did. Alright, so this has got a defect here, too. It's eating a little bit of silicone. There's a defect in this mold that I don't know if I can fix. Yep, because it's eating a little bit of the silicone. Oh yeah, they did definitely try it with Die Hard, and it's not great. Besides the fact that the stories just aren't that great to begin with. Okay, so this... clip that off. That. So I don't know how... Oh, my camera got majorly shifted. Whoops. So I don't know how easily these can be seen on the video. They look very dark on what I can see on screen, but they're like fairly transparent. So then I've got hands, another head, torso. So I gotta make that Y part to have a complete figure. And we'll see how long the cure time's 30 minutes. So we're looking at probably another half hour minimum for it to be in the tank. Which means I'm not going to be able to pull them on stream today, which is unfortunate. Yeah, Disney is definitely weird that way. I mean, it's their property, so whatever, but it seems kind of dumb. Shit. Everything's falling over. Alright. Well, I can't really start anything else at this point, so I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks for hanging out and chatting and stuff, and as usual, and I'll see you guys next time on, what is today? Wednesday? So Friday. Alright, thanks for hanging out. See you guys